In your bottom left of your screen, you have Nunch, and it looks like game 1 is King of the Hill on Oasis.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Surely we start.
It's definitely. Right, apparently it's definitely King of the Hill on Oasis first game type. Oasis, obviously one of the new V6 maps that was recently played in Orlando. Adam, do you have anything you're looking out for on Oasis?
On Oasis, generally, if you get top green, it's a huge power position, as you can get a lot of shots across map, a lot of awareness, and lock down a lot of spots. But mainly it's working as a team and making sure you stay on top of where the other team is spawning and keeping that communication on point. If you keep together as a team and keep structured, then you are going to have a good amount of time in the hill.
Of course, Oasis is quite an open map. There's not a lot of confined spaces. There's a lot of opportunity to shoot across the map. So it's not really one that you'll see a lot of teams really trying to run and gun. First strike here, we are on board with Nunch for team dedication.
It's a very aggressive pushover towards that grenade launcher. Didn't really work out.
Now with King, and Psycho is already getting the mouth going. These teams, I think, really want to, if they get into that winners bracket round 3, I think they're going to get a lot of confidence. You know,
a lot of fans, I reckon, as well. Everyone likes to see the underdog do well.
Of course, and this is technically our tightest match between seeds. It's our 8th seed and our 9th seed going at it. So to win this match, really give them that little bit of that mental edge going up into that next round.
I can't stress how important it is to stay in that window area when Nunch was just there. If you stay there and you're in front of the WWE team spawn, they have to think about you so much and you can bait yourself so well. It's really good power.
Of course, we should mention that with these EGL settings, we are playing on 85% bloom.
So if you think people are spamming, it's not because they're really bad, it's because we can.
Because it works now.
Not quite as much as no bloom, you still have a few little shots that sprint off in the random direction and you get really annoyed and say, oh, I want no bloom, but at the moment 85 works with these maps. It feels a little bit better than no bloom, and although there's a bit of bleed through which maybe players aren't used to yet, it is a lot better to play on.
Dedication currently at a 18-4 lead. Dedication, as we said, was Aftershock, Keen Edge, Shadoxic and Calzo. They are your 8th seed. They're a team who really, they expect a lot from themselves. Particularly Shadoxic and Keen Edge. They give it that bit of mouth at them. They give it the big one. Chest out.
Put your mouth around it.
Yeah, definitely. They get the chest out, shoulders back. You know, what you're looking at me, son, for. They really expect them to be, you know, they expect themselves to be a top 6 team. Do we think that's possible for them?
It's definitely possible. I mean, if they play well and live up to the potential that they talk about that they can do, then there's no reason for not to place very well at this event. Obviously, some of these players in dedication, they think that they can win the event. So, who knows? They could just come out storming and just roll through a few teams.
It doesn't, of course, help when Shadoxic gets absolutely banged up by Nunch and doesn't hit a shot on him. That won't really help.
But if you're the best player in Europe, it doesn't really matter.
Once again, Shadoxic, he's the best player in Europe. It's not working out for him too well. So, we're still on board with Nunch. And they managed to lock down this side hill. One thing I've noticed particularly is just how important it is to block these sideways spawns if you're in the hill.
Well, but they are actually cleaning up pretty quickly. Oh, running away. Well, good team play, to be fair.
Always a good idea to, if you are low shields, to run away, bait yourself. Hopefully a teammate cleans it up. And right now it seems like Dedication have this hill. You know, they have this hill on lock. It seems very difficult for Imperial to actually mount a whole team push. I mean, we have a beautiful flank coming out of Nunch here. Back smack to Aftershock. Aftershock,
get out of there now.
Not having a clue. How on earth?
It's Shadoxic, he just attracts death.
He is a grenade magnet. Consider himself a chick magnet? Nah, sod that. He is a grenade magnet. And right now, the sniper pops in 10 seconds, and the heal will move shortly after that. how important is it, Adam, to hold the sniper on this map?
Well, obviously it's a power weapon and you can do huge things with it, but it depends if it's in the right hands. If you just have sniper and you run around and don't really do nothing, it's actually a hindrance to your team because you get no shots on people, and if you're missing your snipes, it's basically a 3v4. But if you've got someone who's actually quite powerful, if they get into one of the lobbies or into one of the top hills, like Red or Blue Hill, they can do a hell of a lot of damage and keep people locked in their spawn.
So it's definitely something that really you'd rather have and not give away.
Definitely. Doesn't necessarily change the game, it can cause people to be a bit passive and not really get the shot that they need to for the team shot. But I definitely wouldn't want to put it into the hands of a very good player who can do a lot of damage with it.
Of course, I'm not entirely sure that anyone is doing damage with it. It seems like both of these teams are really just trying to slug it out. Really just trading blows, trying to get into this hill, but it just seems like every time Imperial try and come close, that swarm, that Zerg-like swarm from Imperial, Dedication just shut them down. There doesn't seem to be any kind of big opening from our Imperial lads here.
It seems a bit frantic at the moment. It's very much let's get in that hill as fast as possible rather than getting control, forcing spawns, talking about where the other team is going to be moving. They just need to make sure they lock down for a bit, calm down and stop just rushing in, because it seems he's going to once again push straight to the hill instead of the high side. So the high side obviously it can be used really effectively if you go into that top bridge, which is still none of Imperial are doing. You can get a lot of shots and alienate some of the players in the hill and down low.
Do you think nerves may be playing a little part of this? Because both these teams, even though they are 8th and 9th seed, we don't see much of them in the community. Particularly these players, we don't see a lot of them, and now they are on stream. It's their first game, EGL4 in London. Do you think that team's a little bit nervous? Some of their decisions running out, and like you said, not really pushing as a team, and not making sure they're using these weapons. Do you think that comes down to nerves?
Definitely possible. As none of these teams have, as far as I know, played in a tournament online with a stream that is watching them. So they're always thinking, oh no, someone's watching me, if I make a mistake here, everyone will see, and I'll be called out for it. But it seems that Dedication are really on top of the game at the moment. We're over a minute lead. It's going to be very hard to crawl back, because that's basically a whole half of a hill time, which you don't really see to get very often.
And as you can see, after Nunch spawns, smack bang into a grenade from Aftershock. Aftershock shutting down that spawn point, and they really aren't letting Imperial come at them. They're saying come at me, bro, but bro's not coming.
Calzo gets a nice body shot there.
I mean, Dedication just seems to always be together, and Imperial just cannot break through that big wall of Dedication teamwork and Dedication shooting.
From the death screen there, that is just one by one. There's no pushes together. I mean, here, I think they are actually waiting for each other to spawn, but for a good period of the game, it's been, here we go again, one person pushing at a time.
Straight line strat. Imagine that if you all spawn one after the other, you know, maybe you can just run in a straight line and maybe take out the hill, but apparently that's not working. So we're currently looking at a 136 to a 38-second lead.
Bayless did a good job there of going into the lobby and cleaning up a few kills, which has allowed him to get back into that hill and actually pick up a bit of time here. They've got a good control. Guy pushing down low there.
But I mean, we were really looking at what is essentially a 100-second lead for Dedication.
Keen Edge is calling out.
Keen Edge just completely called out Imperial. I don't know if you heard that, but with a few expletives, Keen Edge said there's definitely an F-bomb, a Dimser style F-bomb. Keen Edge just did say these kids have no idea what they are doing.
And wherever you like. Wherever you like in that sentence, at the beginning, at the end, it all makes sense.
Yeah, many bombs of F variety, and we're not talking like fruit. Like, but do you think Keen Edge has a point? Does it look like these kids know what they're doing?
For a good period of this game, it has looked like they're not quite warm, they're not quite playing as the team unit, but slowly but sure they are getting into this game, they're getting a bit of hill time. But they're still down by 80 seconds.
They're clawing. I think they're just playing catch up. I don't think they've managed to put themselves in a position where actually they can say, look, we have this map on lock. Let's just set up and let's just guard the hill. It seems like rather than worry about, say, take right now, take S2 and control, he's been put in no shield and he just wants to desperately try and claw his way into the hill rather than try and wait for his team, hold down the position and get big chunks of time. They seem to be trying to get that scrappy time, which is fine if you're in the lead. When you're 90 seconds down, could you win a game trying to scrap a few seconds here or there? Probably not. They only have 6 minutes left. I don't think this is enough to purely try and run straight line into the hill and hope that it pulls off. And whilst okay, we're seeing a little bit of, you know, maybe some one-on-ones winning, like you said. I think it was Bayless is occasionally getting a couple of double kills, and Raves is sniping a few people. There doesn't seem to be enough on that Imperial team, as a team, to say, look, we have this hill.
We're just so desperate to be very important. Raves just ran away from his teammates. Doesn't help. Although he's weak, it's very important to stay with your teammates. Because 2 DMRs is a lot better than 1, even if you're weak. You still have to stick together.
See, as far as dedication are like concerned, they can do that. They can run in and out, dart and about, do the okie-kokie, turn around and all that jazz. They are almost 100 seconds ahead. They can trade a few seconds. That doesn't bother them.
They can bait the hill and then kill them and get in.
Of course they can, yeah.
At the moment they've made life very easy for themselves, as it's always going to catch up for Imperial.
I mean, now we've seen Imperial in a good position, so I'm expecting them to try and get as much time as they can. New Sniper would have just spawned. Hill moved, but I mean, with the new Sniper in play, you'd expect them to be able to get some really good time, and Nunch really should have killed Keen Edge there. That is just a sign that they aren't ready. It's yeah, I'd call a choke. I mean, that was a simple kill, and just little things like that are just a sign that maybe the Imperial boys just aren't ready. Maybe they just do have those, like we were talking about, those nerves on the stream.
Or maybe it is dedication just play a lot better than them, and they can't actually get into their groove when they're playing against.
Oh, aftershock.
Fruiting destroyed there.
Fruiting destroyed. Just got pineapple insertion. Make of that what you will.
Lychee straight up the jabs.
Perhaps. I don't know what you do with lychees, Adam. That's not having a lot to me.
Not lived.
I've not spent a couple of weeks in Thailand. That's what it is, Adam. But right now, again, this lychee movement, just dedication just seemed to always be 1 or 2 people ahead. They would seem to be 1 step ahead of where Imperial are going to be. And Imperial, I mean, Nunch is trying to do as much as you can to put shots on people and move around, but dedication just seems to be able just to look. You can see them. They're like, it's like pop-up pirate. This is one of them drops down, another one drops up, and they all stay alive. And really, ultimately, dedicated are also winning their main fights.
He's going for it. He's going in.
He's not going in. There's nowhere to go.
The lead is definitely over 100 seconds, and it really does look like the will be quite a comfortable win for Team Dedication. And to be fair, it has just been Imperial's problem of pushing 1 by 1 and not really making any kind of real push. I mean, they've got 2 guys together here, but
it's been duck hunt. It's been duck hunt for
come over, bang, come over,
dedication.
Bang.
Yeah, that's what it's been. It's been line them up and just absolutely roast them 1 by 1 as they just try and run the straight. I mean, look, Nunch will probably most likely charge the hill.
He's got some help.
He's got some help, which is always nice. But once again, I mean, this is what they need to do. They do need to really, really move together. They really need to do that. That's probably my biggest criticism of them at the moment.
And
because
watching the bottom left corner, we have Dimza. The Dimza can is live.
The Dimza. I mean, luckily enough, Nunch's head is put in quite a yeah, it's in a clipsy position. That is a very good play from Nunch. Nunch could possibly walk away with the triple here if he actually hits his shots, which isn't always good. But he's managed to help his team clear out the hill. And they can claw some time here, but have they got enough? There's 120 seconds left in the game. They literally need all of this time, Adam. If they leave that hill, they have lost. Pretty much.
If you win this, I will eat a whole pineapple without cutting into it. I'll just eat a whole
Given that we were making fruit references in insertion earlier, and I did mention pineapple, we aren't talking about the same pineapple, are we? Don't mention lychees, for God's sake.
I'm not sure if Creakery, pineapple-y, sort of smoky bacon together combination, mixture, epic mealtime jokes. It all doesn't make sense.
And I believe that might be game. I think that with still 1 minute 30 left, I think dedicated. I think that's time. I think you see, dedicated, currently 1-0 up.
RH Seed taking game 1 in a comfortable fashion. Generally, you don't really see many 250 sort of seconds or a win with a minute to go.
No, I personally believe that I personally believe that really was Imperial just not giving them a fight.
It wasn't generally dedication winning, it was just losing from Imperial. They didn't play it anywhere near like I think they can do. I think this next game they're going to step it up and talk to each other and make sure that they push in properly.
Yeah.
And as long as they keep their heads up, they've got a chance. They just don't let themselves get down. And just take it each game as it comes.
You can see in the bottom left, Nunch's face. He is not a happy bunny. I don't think he's not a bunny, but if he was, he wouldn't be happy. And the game didn't even reach the full 15 minutes. 250 to 117 over double Imperial score. I don't think really you can say. I don't think you can really say uh-oh more than that.
Well, at the beginning we were saying Shadoxic, you know, a few little deaths here and there, but plus 12.
We were giving Shadoxic a little bit of stick, but boy howdy, he shut me up. 31 and 19 plus 12. Meanwhile, on our stream, Nunch 14 and 27. That isn't really good enough. And we should be switching stream right now. Oops, I think I have completely balls out. 1 second, bear with me. I'm a bit of a novice technology-wise. Should be able to switch POV right now. Let's see, whose point of view are we on? We should be on Shadoxic's point of view, I think? I'm not entirely sure. Whose point of view are we on right now, Adam? We aren't on Nunch's point of view. I believe we may be on Psycho's point of view. I'm not entirely sure. Let me just find out for you, and as soon as I find out, I will let you know. Adam, whose point of view do you think we're on? Whose point of view? Because right now, I am at a loss. Is it Nunch? We just were on Nunch. That's your face. Hi, Adam. That's still Nunch. Let me try something else. Let me try this. Whose point of view are we on now? Bear with me, guys, because the problem that I've got is Socro told me how to change this. Socro's not here. I've tried to change it, and I've ballsed it up. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening. So that's Keen Edge. Shadoxic sitting there very happy with himself. The man just went off. If you bear with us for 1 second, guys, we will be right back with our winners bracket round 2 game. Dedication currently up 1-0 against Imperial. We will just try and fix our point of view, and then we'll be back in